Right, we're gonna go three, two, one. Face it, straight face. No more smiling, no more giggling, no more laughing. We'll go into the podcast.
And we're
Calm.
live.
Lift off and the clock has started.
Roger, zero G, and I feel fine.
Welcome back to another episode of the Two Old Futs with myself, CHUFFSTERS, and the man that is DRYSIDE. How are you, mate?
Evening. I'm good. How are you? Things
I'm
good.
all right, thank you, mate.
As well as it can be.
As well as it can be. It's a bit of a shit show, isn't it? At the minute, to be honest. It is a little bit of a. I get spells of where I'm super positive and like I'm just normal and everything's normal. You know, you don't think about it, and then all of a sudden I just think about it, and I'm like, hang on a minute. Oh, and you just get, I don't know, you just all of a sudden feel like crap for 5 minutes, and then you try and do something to take your mind off
Yeah.
it.
I think it's just we'll start and I know we try to be jokey and we'll have a bit of a laugh, but I guess we're humans like everybody else. We've got family like everybody else. We've got commitments, like financial commitments like everybody else. So just to kind of make it clear, where yes, we might have a laugh on the pod, but we do know the serious issue that's happening at the minute with the current situation worldwide and the UK, and nobody kind of knows what's going on, and it's frightening for everybody because we're both technically we're self-employed, so we kind of we have to worry about ourselves, and you're right, and you're trying to pick yourself up to do work, and you're also thinking of worrying about other things, and
Yeah.
and I guess the thing to say is we're in the same place as everybody else out there, that we all have financial issues, we all responsibilities, and family members, but as long as you respect what everybody else is doing and what they're trying to do in terms of self-isolating and not going out in crowds and things like that, it will end a lot sooner, potentially. No expert, but it can only help, and be socially responsible. So it's been frightening over the last few days seeing that and seeing people not doing it. And if anybody's not, just please start doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think we could sit here for ages just talking about that, couldn't we? And
Yeah.
everything going down. And it is, yeah, it's scary. And we're, I guess, what we're here for, and we've been talking about the podcast and things we might do with it. So we'll tell you guys, because you guys obviously listen to this, and you enjoy it. So we're thinking of maybe mixing things up a little bit, maybe trying to broaden our kind of what we talk about a little bit, so not just FIFA but talk about other stuff, and kind of just make trying to have lots of fun parts in there, maybe doing 2 a week, slightly shorter ones, just to kind of like we see this as an outlet, not just for us, because it, like me, I love, me and Dryce, I really enjoy chatting, just chatting crap, but an outlet for a lot of people listening to podcasts, whether it's watching streams, videos, podcasting, whatever it is, read a book, as an outlet for a lot of people, and kind of that's what we're all here for, is to help each other through. So stay tuned, and to our Twitter to see what's going on there. But yeah, we'll try and yeah, we just wanted to address it at the start, didn't we, Dryside, to make so people didn't think we're ignoring it. Like we don't want to focus on it too much.
Yeah, we're not gonna dwell on it as such, and we're obviously focused completely on FIFA and what people want to hear about what's been happening, what's been happening with us, but again, we just wanted to bring it home that we are thinking about it, and we're all in the same boat, so we're no different. But again, like I said, but the whole thing about the podcast, it came about that we were just wanting to just generally chat shit to each other and just have a bit of a laugh, have a bit of a talk. So, we've never really done that because FIFA's always been the core of this podcast. So if we want to branch out and talk other things, let us know. Would that be fun? And we'd like to listen to that. And we'll trust me, we've got plenty to talk about.
Exactly, and it'd still be football. It'd still be like mainly football and football focus. Yeah. But at the minute, Two Old Futs is very much, it's very much football, FIFA. So we'd just like to branch out because we often chat before and after a podcast, don't we, for quite a while about all the other stuff and loads of other stuff. So we're like, actually, that could be very useful, good content and something we'd like to do. And hopefully, let us know if you guys would like to hear that as well. So, well, let's move on to today. So the thing we're going to talk about today, guys, we have, as we always do, we have a little bit of catch up, what's going on. Then we'll talk about some of the content and really focus on a lot of the content. We've got, team of the week moments, what we think of all that. Mid-Icon SBC's out. We got Futs birthday, which didn't come out Friday. It's the first Friday. We've not had a promo. So a little bit about what we expect for Futs birthday. Then maybe a little bit just like chewing the fat about, what's going to happen. Football season, we don't know what's going to happen with that. We know they want to get it played, but however this goes, what from a FIFA perspective, which obviously we know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, right? But what happened with TOTS? Will they just do a team of the season for the best, all that kind of stuff, and then we just kind of have a general chat through as well. So I guess start things up. Tell me about how's your non-FIFA week apart from everything else going on? Everything else. What's your non-FIFA week been like?
It's been a weird one. It's like if anybody's seen the film Groundhog Day,
Bill Murray, what classic?
Yeah, it's a great film. But not as much comedy in my life on that side of it. But it's been weird. Obviously, I'm leaving my job, but everybody got sent home this week to work from home, which has been a little bit surreal as well because I live on my own, so I've literally found myself talking to myself quite a lot, which I do anyway. But to do it 24/7, apart from when I'm sleeping, I'll probably still do it then. But yeah, it's been a bit weird, just a bit eerie and not knowing what's going on. But I guess it's funny actually. One of the biggest distractions for me, and I wasn't really that fussed on doing it, was playing weekend league. So because I didn't have the kids weren't around this weekend. For obvious reasons, again, we're all self-isolating. So it was a chance for me to there's no football on. I thought, well, you know what, I'll play weekend league and we'll talk about it in a second. But yeah, it's been a funny one. But I guess, it's funny, everybody's probably in the same boat. So, I'm never going to sit here and say, pull the poor me card because everybody is exactly the same and nobody knows what's going on. So, but just trying to fill the time. I suppose for me, it was trying to fill the time especially the weekend, to do stuff and watching streams and stuff. So, yeah, funny one, bit unprecedented, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, strange time, isn't it?
What about you?
It's what's we so we've got our little boy's not in nursery anymore, so it's a little bit manic around here because my wife's still working, and obviously I'm trying to it's actually quite a busy time for me at the minute because obviously with like the fatal stuff and everything, trying to squeeze in it, but now we're kind of looking after my boy as well. It's literally it's been manic. And also for anyone who's got kids or had kids, and this, DRYSIDE, because you've got kids who are a bit older now, but when you've got a 2-year-old who's pretty, like, he's full of beans, he's crazy, in the nice way, but he's crazy. He just goes stir crazy in the house, and we don't want to take him to parks and stuff where loads of other kids are. So we take him for a walk, but he's not of the age where he can go for a walk because he doesn't like being in the pram. He doesn't like walking. So you're kind of like, he's real like toddler at the minute, terrible two kind of thing, like at times. So he's in the house and he's going a bit stir crazy. He's not nursery and things like that. So it's real difficult. And then, well, we'll get by, right? It's great because we get to spend more time with him, but it's just challenging. And everyone with kids will be like, yeah, I know. I've been in the house with kids can't get out as and when they want. It's tough. And then to top the Huh?
Sorry, you're going to say you can't really tell a 2-year-old to stop arsing about.
No, he doesn't understand. He has literally he doesn't, he has no idea. So, but then to top it off, right? I haven't heard it yet, but last night, so I was up late doing stuff, so I slept in the spare room. But my wife, she was like at 5 a.m. a cockerel started going off. The people. So our little development backs onto another one, and the people in that one, so the house back garden's about 50 yards away from our house. They have bought a cockerel, and it is cock-a-doodle doing at 5 a.m. for like an hour. What a bellend! Well, it's not cockerel's fault, but like, So that is the last thing you need when you're trying to rest, you know, and you need to be, they tell you to be well rested and kind of stuff. The last thing you want is to have a cockle going off at 5 a.m. So,
Very true.
so yeah, that's been mad, but that's a bit annoying. And I'm gonna hear it. I didn't hear it this morning because I was at, say, the other room, which is the back, the house. But tomorrow morning I'm gonna hear it, and it's gonna drive me nuts. And there's a good chance I may shout out the window, so the owners can hear that fuming. But no, apart from that, mate, yeah, outside, you know.
What's that?
That's what it's like to. Honestly, it's going to haunt me. If you do that to me next week, I'm probably going to get on a plane, even though there aren't any going up there,
You
and
can't.
go and punch
You
you
have
in
to
the
swim.
face. Yeah, I'm going to swim. I'm going to get a boat, a dinghy, and I'm going to get up there and punch you in the face for playing because I'll be so tired and angry from a cockle.
I love the fact that you can say, you can get away with saying, oh, a 2-year-old just is completely crazy. You can't say, oh, my wife, she's completely crazy. She's completely nuts.
Yeah, he is crazy in like a good way. Like he's full of beans. He's just bouncing off the walls most of the day. Like literally, he's just bouncing off the walls. I'm like his climbing frame. He literally loves climbing up, and he's getting better and better. So like, you know, we got to watch him more and more now because he'll just throw himself off anything. Like literally, just anything he can climb, he's starting to climb up, and then he'll just try and just jump off because he thinks it's funny. I was the same when I was a
Well,
kid.
at least with you, there's no fear of him hurting himself. It's not too hard to fall, not too much of a distance to fall.
Yeah, he climbs on top. But yeah, so and for a lot of people, it's gonna change the way I think that we all live and stuff. I'll tell you one thing that's really nice actually from all this is we live in a new development. It's like a new housing development. It's only a small development. I live in like the countryside, and I've spoken to I've said hello to a couple of neighbours like once, but I've only had a conversation with one of them. And what's now is some people who live around the corner, they put notes through doors, everyone, saying, look, we're going to create a WhatsApp group so we can all keep in touch and kind of, you know, really kind of build a bit of a community. Because I know a lot of us never spoke to each other or even have any idea who we are. So, yeah, there's this big WhatsApp group now. Basically, so you can get the gossip. But I think that's really nice. I think that's really good. It's going to bring communities together a little bit. So that's quite nice.
Yeah,
But,
it is nice. And you should look out for the people around you. I live beside
Definitely.
a couple on one side, and they've actually moved down to the seaside town. They've got another house where they go down every summer, so they've moved out now a bit earlier. And then there's another older couple. It sounds like I live in some kind of old community. I don't.
You're going to miss Doris, right? She's got she's got lockdown now for 3 months, isn't she, Doris?
Doris is in lockdown. Me and her, I've actually said, I broke it off with her. Said it's nothing, you know, it's not me, it's you. Or no, it's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me.
So,
On
yeah.
to the next, Doris.
On to the next one. Sorry, Doris. It's, you know, awkward. But things have changed. Yeah, I can now self-preserve. I can make my own soup, so I don't need you anymore.
Make my own soup.
I actually just made soup tonight. I made chicken and vegetable soup tonight. It was lovely.
Did you?
got
Oh, I haven't
nice
had dinner yet.
Carcass. I had a carcass of a chicken I had yesterday from the dinner. You notice now more and more, as obviously I live on my own, so I've been doing this for a long time. Not leaving the house, it's not a big deal to me. I kind of don't really notice much of a difference.
Yeah, I self-isolate anyway. Yeah.
I isolate all the time, so it's just, this is my world. But you do try and, like, you know, cook and stuff and doing things and freeze and stuff, and like people are going buck daft at supermarkets. Like me being buck daft in a supermarket is buying 4 tins of beans. That's me being buck daft. the most tins of beans I've had in my house in about 12 months. So I'm going like, Jesus Christ, should I buy any more beans? I've got 4 at the minute. Or, like, you know, 6 toilet rolls. Oof,
Well, you double up on toilet rolls, right? That's what you said one of your tricks was. Double usage.
Double usage, yeah.
I'm
telling you now, what I'm going to do now is, and honestly, it happens in other countries. Have you ever tried this trial? I think I've tried it a few times as a student. Just shower after a shit. It's actually quite refreshing, honestly.
I said that to
you
my
have,
wife,
you have
and
to
she
pull
was
the hose
like,
out. You have to pull
she was
the shower
horrified.
head out and get right round there.
TMI. Oh, too much information. That is that is disgusting. Oh dear. Maybe we should
Anyway,
talk
back to
about
FIFA.
back to FIFA. I want to hear about your weekend
Yeah,
league
so
because I ask you whenever you come in stream, I
yeah.
always say DRYSIDE, how's your weekend league? And you always ignore that one question.
I don't. I think it's because I haven't played it in so long. Because I always get the kids at the weekend, it's harder for me. And then I thought I couldn't really avoid it. Even
Niceness bullshit.
the
And
coronavirus, I still couldn't avoid it.
getting the
I had to go for
excuses.
it. Yeah, so I was pushed into because of the coronavirus. I was pushed into weekend league. So thanks for that, coronavirus, mother. So if you remember in last week's pod, I packed Luis Hernandez.
I do.
Is it nickname El Matador? Is it El Matador?
I think it is,
I think
yeah.
it is. Yeah, and I actually looked at his stats because I know him from being a player, but I thought I actually looked at his Wikipedia to see who he's played for. His Wikipedia is not that.
Did he play for Real Madrid or was that me being mental?
No, he didn't. He played. I
Oh,
don't
right,
think so. Let me just check and see. But I think he wasn't that prolific. I'll be honest with you.
Was he not? But
If I look-
okay, how did you get on a weekend league? I love it. Avoiding the question. Still, I need digits.
I'm like, I actually be a politician. Not the minute. So this weekend league, let's start off with me talking about the start of the weekend league. First match I went into, and I didn't start until Saturday morning because Friday night. I don't remember what I was doing Friday night. I don't know, but whatever it was, I didn't start until Saturday morning. So
final fling with Doris.
Doris got her final hooray, so to speak. She got a right good Roger.
Bloody hell. I love it.
Saturday morning.
The bar just gets moved every week.
Saturday, why not? Sure. So Saturday morning, I made her bacon toasty and kicked her out, and then I put on FIFA. I went in. I think on Friday I actually registered because you reminded me on stream. So remember, like I need to register and did, and that's fine. So Saturday morning, got rid of Doris, done what I needed to do with her. Then made a coffee, sat down, loaded FIFA up. Thought, right, let's go for this. Get mentally prepared.
I know we're all indoors for 3 months, DRYSIDE, but hopefully this story is going to finish before we all get.
people have time. So played my first game. I thought, right, fired up, got the team going. The only changes I made were I brought in obviously Hernandez up front, and the team is as it was. Didn't change it at the back. It's all fine. But I did bring in Gianfranco Zola, 85. I think 85 outside of the top one is the best.
Yep.
And I also brought in Madman Mane.
Madman Mane.
So I brought his UCL Live card in because it's just dropped, it's plummeted like to 400,000. So I thought, yeah, I'll give him a try. So first game, flying, 1-0 up, 2-0 up, 3-0 up. Oh, it's a gift. But this is the point where it really annoys me on FIFA. And it shouldn't annoy me, but it does. But when you're 3-0 up, it's almost a prerequisite that people should have to quit. They also don't have to, but you think, you need to quit this. It's 3-0. And it winds me up then if somebody doesn't quit. I'm going like, why are you not quitting? You're not going to go back in this. I'm literally peppering you. Like, I'm peppering you. Second half is like 60th minute. His keeper come out, put the ball across, and Hernandez, of all people, was about to score his first goal. And literally as I kicked it, and the ball went to go for the line, I got an error message, and it kicked me out of the entire game. And that's it. I'm thinking a conspiracy theory. What's going on? How did he do that? What's happening? And anyway, I loaded back in again, and it gave me a loss, which really pissed me off.
That's really funny, isn't it? That you got. I had very similar happen to me. It was 1-1 in one of my latter games, and it kicked. We disconnected. Then my internet dropped, and everything went mental. I'd say stream it down. Everything went down. Internet was. It came back, and I didn't get the loss. Now I don't know if it was he disconnected. Maybe it was like a provider thing, and they disconnected. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the loss for that, which was interesting.
Don't think it's a bit weird that I was about to tap in my goal, and it disconnected and gave me an error message, that error 4, 5, whatever it is, and it kicked me out of the entire game. Like, why did it not kick? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but it didn't kick me out while I was just passing the ball across the box or whatever. But right as I was about to tap the ball in,
could be no lost glitch from them. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was a glitch
sometimes.
But anyway, that set me up nicely for the rest of the games. So then I played the next game, won it, won another one. Then sitting in another game, comfortable. First half, Hernandez gets a hat trick. I'm thinking this guy's a beast. He is actually really good, to be fair.
Oh,
Like,
I know what's coming next.
he's a quality card. Then I'm sitting there, phone on, all of a sudden got my volume up because in case the kids are texting or whatever. Next thing, ding! Like, what's that? I'm in the middle of an intense game. 4-2. I'm winning. Oh, yeah, it was 4-2 up. Ding! 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 I'm like, what the fuck?
It was only
Who's
4.
doing that?
It was only 4.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So I kept on. I looked like, what is it? And it said Chuff. I'm like, oh, what do you want? Ding, ding. I'm like, what? What could you possibly want when I'm playing a game of champs? You must know I'm playing. So
Oh, no, there was 6.
yeah, there was 6. It was like ping, 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 ping. I was going, are you seriously? And I knew it was you because I thought he's the only Muppet that sends 2-word messages and it sends the next one. Then 1 word, sends the next one.
I'm
And I'm actually shouting at my phone going, would you please, for the love of God, just send me one long message and stop pissing me off?
It's because
I look up at the screen and it's 4-all. And I go, oh my God. So at that stage, you're in my head. He's in my head. I'm in my own head. And then another message comes through from another friend. And I was just like, would you all just off? Stop annoying me. I'm trying to play a game. Then my phone rings. And I go, seriously? And then I look up again. I'm playing. My head's gone at this stage. So 5-4 down. And then the guy just started playing about with the ball, which set me over the edge even more. After the match, I lost 5-4. I got up and look in the mirror. I've got a big red face, sweat coming down my face. I think I've got a fever. I don't. It's only because of Foot Champs. That was it. Anyway, long story short, I finished on 11 wins, and we'll end it there.
how many losses?
I said we'll end it there.
The good thing is, everyone listening, is that you can see how your friends got on in weekend league.
You know?
So I've looked at how DRYSIDE got on, and all I'm going to say is it was 11-15, 11 wins, 15 losses.
Why are you such a dick?
I never noticed the notification because my phone's always on silent, and normally when I talk on Twitter it's actually on my computer, so I don't get notifications. So for me, I never think about the notifications for other, but I've got the messages right here. The message is like, I'm 11-1, enter. Gonna play a game now, wait for my video to render, enter. Better get pumped, enter. Fuck me, enter. So I play a guy, 3 mins in, enter. I'm all over them, enter. I get through 1-on-1, enter. Go around the keeper, enter. They quit before I score, enter. 2 minutes later,
asshole.
I just quit. Will you write fucking sentences rather than 3 fucking words at a time? FML from DRYSIDE.
You know what?
Triggered.
If it wasn't for those messages, I probably would have finished elite.
May have done. Oh, that was
Just
quite
saying
funny.
that.
And I was playing the game at the same time. And the funny thing is, I won that game 3-0. So DRYSIDE was like, "Fuck you."
I don't know how you did because you're messaging so much.
I do it when the book is out.
But actually, in all seriousness, I did enjoy it. I did frustrate the life out of me at times, and I played it last night. And I just thought, I might have had a couple of bottles of wine with dinner, but I invited Doris round again. I had to finish up early. Felt guilty, so I enjoyed it. It was good. It was infuriating at times. There's such a difference between if you're usually playing rivals and then you're going back to Foot Champs because you don't know who you're getting. It's when you meet those teams. We've always said this: when you meet those teams that have the Dans or the Ronaldos, they're the teams I don't bother. I don't worry about. It's the teams that have
Gold Dembele.
solid goals. Yeah,
Gold
and I go,
Dembele.
in my head, I'm up against it. Although at times, I don't know, again, I think the game is completely rigged. That I was winning, or it was 1-1, or it was a couple of matches. It was all level, or it was 3-1 up. And all of a sudden, my players started running in mud, and they're passing. They couldn't pass for shit. Nothing was working. And then I don't know whether it's, and it probably is. You'll probably know this because you play it more. I don't know whether it's a mental thing because FIFA is probably 50% mental, 50% ability. Where once something gets into your head, that's it. You're gone.
Yeah, I would say it is that. And I noticed it this weekend a lot because I focused and I made sure I didn't look at chat. But you take your eye I'll talk about my weekend in a minute, but as soon as you take your eye off of the game for like a second when you've lost the ball, and that's quite often when you do take your eye off the ball. So just say you've lost the ball in attack, and you might just because you're angry, and you'll take your eye off the game for a second. That split second would mean that you may not have switched to the player you should have switched to, and then you're trying to catch us, and then you get this when you get in a muddle where you can't get the right player, which does generally happen because you can't. But the times where it's like and then your players are out of position, and in this mental, as soon as you start dragging a player out of position, better player's just going to rip you a new one. It does, because you're mentally, if something's going against you, that changes how you play so much.
And especially when you're when you're comfortably winning a game, whether it be 2-0, 3-0, and more so actually when you're 3-0 up, I find this, and the person scores one goal, in your head you start thinking, I've lost this.
Yeah, you do.
This.
It's mental, hugely mental.
It's I don't know. It's a weird feeling with FUT Champs, weirder than any other game I've played or any other played. That maybe it's because I think there's so much on the line, because there's not. Because this week I was playing it just because there's nothing else to do, and I don't care about the rewards because there's no team of the weeks, which we'll talk about in a bit. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's just the competitiveness in you. You still don't want to lose.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
You still think you're the best FIFA player in the world.
Yeah, it's tough to take, and especially when you don't take your chances and things like that. I think that's what probably gets me most is when I think a lot of the one time I can write off a game, and when I look back at it and be like, you know what, it's actually me making a mistake. Towards the end of the game, I notice that I tend to drag players out a little bit. I get a bit more panicky. I start diving in just a slightly bit more, and that's why I lose more goals in the games. But the one thing that does get me is when you have a game where you literally hit every shot. They just go I had it a few games this weekend. Ben Yedder and Neymar just missing things. Their keeper saving absolutely everything. Everything I hit is either blocked, misses, or keeper saves it. And then they'll get two shots and they'll just fly. And you're like, every 8 games in a row, I've been smashing in all of those goals.
True.
Why this one? They always got a player blocking, even though it doesn't know that they should have somebody blocking. The keeper saves absolutely everything, or my players just bang it wide. And that's the one thing that really does get me a little bit, that I just can't explain. Other things I can explain mentally, but I've looked back when I had the controller thing and looked at the power to see, am I putting more power on? Could not see any difference in how I was using. I should actually done a little tweet about it, a little vid just showing the comparison, just because there's no reason why that person should have missed it, So yeah, it's definitely mental, hugely mental.
Yeah, because we talk about it's a video game. Players shouldn't. If it's a video game and things are programmed in, random things shouldn't happen. Like a pass has to go to where you pass it to. It's not like in real life where there's a bubble on the pitch or the player.
But they do have bubbles on FIFA now, don't they? They have the bobbly pitch, which
oh, do they?
I don't know. Yeah, they do. So the ball does bobble sometimes when especially if you try and do skills and stuff. Sometimes it can bobble, and it can bobble when you do passes. Sometimes it can bobble up.
Clearly, my whole weekend league was played on a cow's farmyard. So I was bobbing. Anyway, sorry, enough about me. I'm being selfish. Your weekend league was fine. Okay, let's move on. Go on, hit me with what happened. But tell me.
My weekend league was, I had a good weekend league. I played some of the best FIFA I've ever played, and probably the best thing was I played it consistently. So I was 17 and I was like 19 and 1 or something at one point. Really playing well. The game I lost, we could have won it easily. Just missed a couple of these chances I was talking about. And then I got to then I was playing basically verified players every game, so I was checking them. We were beating some guys who were verified with 29 wins as their best. Then we lost. I ended up 25 and 4. 24 and 6. Sorry, I missed out on Elite 2 by one game. Make up my mind. So we did hit Elite again, which is fantastic. And even though I didn't get Elite 2, like 3 of those losses easily, I mean, I massively deserved to win, and it was just one of those annoying things. I made a mistake in the last minute or something where just the pressure got a little bit too much. But no, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this weekend. The focus, though, as I was saying about the focus, what I did this weekend that I felt really changed my game is when I was defending, as soon as I lost the ball, the first thing I would do is try and position my wing backs to protect against wing play. So I'd literally be like, right, where's he going to go straight away? Right, I'll try and cover the wing. So I'll move
Yeah.
Kyle Walker, oh yeah, talk about Ward in a minute. I'll move Robertson, whoever it is. I'll get them out to cover that. Then I'm just going to get to Kante or Essien, who are my two CMs in my 4-4-2, and I'm just going to run back with them to track back. And that saved me so many goals because people would literally. Whereas normally in a weekend league, what I do, I try and rush in straight away all the time, which is sometimes it's worth doing. So I play a high pressing game now. I play depth. I play depth 7.
High press,
I
yeah.
do. I play it quite high press, and I play pressure on heavy touch, fast build up, and it's really worked out. It's made me so much better. And the other thing was player switching a lot. So instead of chasing around with one player switching, always trying to player switch, leave somebody in front of them, player switch, track where they might pass it, then switch back once you've blocked the pass and press with that player on them. And honestly, it worked a charm. It really made a difference, and it was a focus and the concentration. I made it trying not to take my eyes off the game because I do that a lot and I concede. And when I did concede goals. But no, really good weekend. I have changed the team though this week.
Dickhead texting you every 2 seconds.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get over it. It's all right.
I hope so.
Do it again. Though.
It's been a good
I'm
week
gonna be
for
swimming
me.
across. I'm gonna get a boat and dinghy next time you text me multiple times without putting it actually in a proper English paragraph. I'm gonna come over and batter you. Honestly, I'll score.
The podcast gets tasty. I had a good week as well. I packed Prime Icon, my first icon of FIFA 20. Packed Prime Icon Essien,
Oh, well done.
1.2 million. Also got red Kyle Walker, so that's good. So we managed to sell Carlos Alberto. So team's
Happy
changed.
for you.
Yeah, I bet you are. Essien's gone. We've got Team of the Year De Bruyne in now, and Stoichkov.
Call it, Claire.
Prime moment Stoichers, but that's only because I need him for
You needed
Fatal.
him, didn't you?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Fatal. He's the first sub that the viewers have chosen. So
The expensive sub.
I know it's ridiculous. That's where most of the coins will go for Fatal. Is they say 500k an upgrade for 5. That's 2.5 million. But like somebody picks that as your super sub, we're gonna run out of coins. But no, he feels amazing. By the way, on the ball, he feels crazy good. He does.
Yeah, he does look. I've thought about getting his left midfielder, the 90 version, which looks really nice. I might try him next weekend league because I've got a funny feeling I'm going to be playing weekend league again. And that's the only reason why I went to 11 and stopped. Thought I'll qualify for next weekend. So
Yeah, I think it's
play again.
a lot of people are going to be playing it, aren't they? And I say I really enjoyed it. I felt really mentally draining to play at that, to try and maintain that level to get me to a
That's the
24.
hardest bit.
Really draining.
It's consistency. It's like anything though. Consistency is key.
Yeah,
And
consistency.
it's weird because it's weird when you play weekend league that everybody, if you recorded the amount of people whenever they tweet about where they finish, I guarantee if you look at their kind of their graph, I guarantee it'll be level. You don't see people finishing, 2 wins, then 28 wins, then 11 wins,
No.
then 6
Generally
wins.
evens
It's
itself
always
out.
going to be generally the same. And why is that? Is that I don't know. It's weird because you're playing random people. Although I do get, isn't it? If you lose like 4 games in a row, it's going to give you a lower
Your
proportion of people that
matchmaking,
are-
it looks at a difference between your win and loss ratio, and
Yeah.
you can match. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know what the actual number is, but say you can match. Let's just say you can match anyone. If you're plus 10, you can match anyone. I don't know. I'm making up it. You could match anyone who's like around 4 of that. So anyone who's plus 8 to plus 12, like something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know the
Yeah, that's
actuals
right.
of it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So weekendly, I think a lot of people are playing it and will be busy, and I enjoyed it. I would say I really enjoyed it. But then when you're talking about the rewards, so it nicely brings us on to the next thing to have a chat about is obviously Team of the Week's a goner. We got Team of the Week moments last week, which, well, how do we sum it up? The team is crap, but what? But then it's not meant to be better than Team of the Week. I think a lot of us, and including me actually, I was quite hyped, like, oh, this could be wicked. But then when they dropped it, I was brought down to earth and being like, well, no, it's not a promo where they're going to get big boosts. It is a Team of the Week, so I can understand why they haven't. But they were all crap
Yeah.
cards.
Yeah, they weren't great, but I think at this
Well,
stage of the
not really.
game, I think at this stage of the game that everybody accepts that in every cycle of FIFA, when you get to around about March time, Team of the Weeks tend to fade away anyway. So
They do, but they could do
don't
some real
expect
nice
much.
ones. They could do like
They could have done something really good, but
yeah.
they, for whatever reason, choose not to. But and they just regurgitated like old cars. Well, not old cars, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it makes it harder. Now it makes it because the way they've said it is so this week, right? So the week just gone, the first week of Team of the Week moments in the FIFA 20 game cycle, that would have been Team of the Week 27, right? The Team of the Week that they gave us was Team of the Week 28 from FIFA 18, I believe it was, is the one we got.
Yeah, that's right. It was, yeah.
So I'm reading back what EA, so obviously it didn't match up. It was 27 here, but they gave us 28. Now, from what I've read on the EA site, where it said that it could be any historical team of the week from March onwards. So it sounds like they're not matching them up. It sounds like it could be next week, could be team of the week from team of the week 40 from FIFA 19, because they're not. Yeah, because they're not giving them the upgrade, so they're not taking any stats. They're just taking the player. So they're saying, okay, let's just say, I don't know, I'm making this. Let's just say Lala. Last year, Lala had so many informs. He was like, I don't know, whatever. Let's say he was an 86 last year before even team of the season. If they pick that team of the week, Lala's only had one this year. Lala just get a new inform. It doesn't make any difference. So they can do that, and that's what it looks like they're doing, considering they mismatched it already. But I have fingers crossed it's something decent this week.
Yeah, especially with me hitting the dizzy heights of 11 wins. What's that? Silver
one.
What? Silver one. Get one big pick.
Yeah. But they should, yeah, you do get one. We got a decent card from Silver One in rewards the other day.
Yeah, people have done in the past.
Because it's just a lottery. It's just
they
one
like
pick. Yeah, it's like in Elite 3, you get 3 of them. Or Elite, you get 3. It doesn't mean you're going to, all you need is one of them to be decent. So Silver One has got, still got good odds.
Watch the space. Wait and see the tweet coming out from 2 old Futs on Thursday.
Exactly. But I think that we might get, I think this is, for EA, this has given them the ability to manipulate Team of the Week
massively.
to fit around their kind of upgrade schedule, because we haven't had a Team of the Week upgrade pack for a long time. We used to get them previous FIFAs like every 10 weeks. Now, obviously, if Team of the Week's crap, they don't want to do it when there's nobody big in Team of the Week. They want somebody to really drive it. Now, we've had the mid-icon SBC, which came out on Friday, and that has made fodder go mental. But 83s and 84s are still cheap as chips. So I wonder, will they now, maybe not this week, but maybe next week, will they drop a pretty meaty Team of the Week moment, and then they will release the Team of the Week upgrades, either for Team of the Week moments. So it could just be like a Team of the Week moments upgrade in maybe 2-3 weeks. So you could get any card that's been in Team of the Week moments, or whether they do it over all Team of the Week and Team of the Week moment cards. But I do think it's coming. I just think there's good opportunity for EA to manipulate it to what they want, because they can choose.
Yeah, they can pick and choose what they want to do now at this stage. So
yeah, a community vote would be great, wouldn't it? How good would that be if they put a vote? They said, right, here are the 3 Team of the Weeks that we've had over the last 3 FIFAs. Vote to choose for your favourite one, and that'll be the Team of the Week for the week. And I love that, because then you get a say. And yes, there might be one that's made, but then we actually get something we want. We get to choose what we want. It's so much better than them choosing.
yeah, and also unites people in a strange way too. They feel part of it, and there's people feel involved, especially at the minute. So,
Yeah, because it does feel like we're like consumers are a bit the enemy to EA, and I know in a way they are, because social media is just kind of, it is like enemies in a way, but they've got to try and bridge that gap between, like, for all the people who hate EA and troll them but still play FIFA every week, there's a lot of people who kind of, yeah, they may dislike parts of the game and find it frustrating, but they still really like the game. They'd love to give valuable input to not just improving the game, but in terms of, like, just have a say in what content we get. Like, having our vote is it'd be brilliant.
It's really important. Yeah, really important. And even at the weekend when it drove me insane, and it really cracked me up at times. But I'm like you, I just love playing the game. I just love playing football video games.
Yeah.
And that when I guess it moves us on nicely to the next stage where we're talking about people playing. Well, I suppose we'll talk about it now. Football Manager.
Yeah, because a lot of people playing Warzone or Football Manager, and people have been asking me, you're going to stream? Because Football Manager's free at the minute. So if any guys you do want to download Football Manager, they've actually just extended it today. So it's free. You do have to buy it if you want to play it after, but they had it free for a week, and now it's free for another week. So you can play it free on Steam. And A lot of people ask me, I'm going to stream it, and I've just been like, no, because I genuinely love playing FIFA. And
Yeah. I also think it's not that I wouldn't find it very entertaining watching you stream Football
no, I
Manager.
think it'd be boring. I think I'd
Boring
get
the
bored.
tits off me.
Because I'm a huge, I used to love Football Manager. And I'll tell you what, if I had the time, I would sit there and play it all day. But
Yeah.
Football Manager was always something I did whilst doing something else. So I'd be watching films or watching football or chilling out on the internet, whatever it was. I could never just sit and just play Footy Man without watching a film because I don't know. And like streaming it for me, I don't know, wouldn't work.
You ever find yourself back in the day where you could play? Well, it wasn't even Football Manager; it was Championship Manager back then,
Chat man,
back
yeah.
originally, and you could find yourself in the transfer window for like 3 hours.
Oh,
You
yeah.
you
Starting a
wouldn't even
game.
get the pre-season.
No, exactly. A pre-season would take like a whole day, literally a full day of
Yeah.
playing, and you get to pre-season like great. I'm about to play my first game, and like, geez, because it can take so long to build your team and transfers, and I like talking about it now makes me want to play it, and I might download it and try, but I just don't have when I'd have time at the minute. That's the only
It's
problem.
time. It's just it literally is so time consuming that back I don't know, maybe obviously we had more time when we were younger, and maybe the younger people that listen, maybe they would have more time to play it, which is great, and it's a brilliant game. But remember there used to be like Championship Manager Italia. There was like different leagues come out before it came as big as it did now. It's now obviously Football Manager, but I haven't played it in so long. It would probably take me so long to get back into it again to work out
Oh, so
how
detailed
to
now.
play it.
I
Yeah.
the last Football Manager I played properly was probably maybe like 12 years
I think
ago.
mine was '09. Yeah,
Oh nine.
definitely. Yeah, I've been around then.
Actually, no. I lied. No, it wasn't that long ago. I definitely played
Hmm.
it a bit when I was in London. So I reckon probably about 6 years ago. 14, 13, 14 was probably the last one I properly played.
Can you imagine how much games have advanced since then?
I know, and just the
Like,
detail it was pretty detailed then. But yeah, I love playing football games. It's more
yeah,
fun. I don't know, like yeah, FIFA takes my
yeah,
concentration. Champs needs other stuff, and we play Fortnite. I really enjoy
yeah,
Fortnite because we get to chew the fat and relax, and there's no pressure.
yeah.
If
It
we
just takes
die,
you
we
away.
laugh. If we get
Yeah,
eliminated, sorry.
we
But
kind of we kind of uh, what do you call it? Fortnite's great because we don't take ourselves very seriously. We kind of just take the piss on it and just we'll hide in bushes. We'll just have a bit of a laugh. But I think did we get another? For this is really funny because anybody younger be like, "Oh my god, what are these two talking about?" But people don't really talk about their victory royales anymore. But me and you think it's such a big deal that we're still getting victory royales because we don't get
I
them
know.
that often.
People like I. That's yeah. The only thing we've ever played is, but yeah, the battle royales. But now everyone's on Warzone, aren't they? And I've downloaded it, but I've not actually switched it on yet because Fortnite took me a little while to get used to, and I don't know. Again, I'm sure I'll enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to stream it. Really, probably not.
I did
And
download it, but I took it off again because I needed more memory for the most recent update, I think, on FIFA.
that's absolutely
So I didn't even
ridiculous how
play it.
much it takes. You pay all that download and just deleted it. Oh.
I know.
But
I
there's
just
plenty of
think,
stuff out there to keep us going. It's good that games are giving us stuff for free. That's
yeah,
great. Football Manager,
content's
and
great.
hopefully it'll go for longer for free because obviously Football Manager's becoming a little bit dead as well. It's like, probably you'd probably buy it for like 10, 15 quid anyway, I bet, because it's
Mm,
obviously getting towards, well, the season's gone. And no, it's good to have that stuff because, if you've got the
yeah.
time, then geez, you need to do whatever you can to pass it over the next few months.
Yeah, it keeps you occupied with everything that's going on. So
Mm,
yeah, it's good. But I just love FIFA too much to play
yeah.
another game. I just think nah, I could be playing FIFA now.
It's interesting with
But
FIFA.
each of their own.
Yeah, and we didn't get for the first Friday, I believe it's the first Friday this year, we didn't get a promo on
Mm.
we didn't get a promo on Friday. We got the mid icon pack, obviously. I've not touched it. I don't know if you haven't touched it either, Drysid, have you?
Um, the most recent Twitch icon pack or
No, the
Twitch
mid
pack.
icon one. No, the mid icon.
Oh, the
The
minute. Oh no, sorry,
SBC.
sorry, the mid icon. No, no,
Yeah.
there's no way I'm doing that.
Yeah, not doing it because
No
it's
chance.
expensive and it's a coin sink and just not worth it. But we should be getting FUT birthday this week. Um, and
Yeah,
FUT birthday always used to be, well, last year it was the position changes, wasn't it? But we've had that with shapeshifters. So
yeah.
I'm
Something to do
hoping
with
we
it.
don't get it because I don't generally like it although I love my Benetta, but
No, not a big fan of it. But will they bring it out? Will they not? Well, I guess they will bring it out. But
it's
what are they
definitely a
going to do
little
with it?
bit quieter, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't know whether I suppose they have to bring out a big promo, but because Shapeshifter's done effectively the same thing, is it not then just pretty much a copy of what Shapeshifters was?
Yeah, I think they'll do something different. I do. I
Yeah, they
do
have
think we'll
to.
get the
Yeah.
promo. Hopefully, it's a real tough one. Like it, if EA start doing lightning rounds for a promo, I know they're a business, right? They're a business. They are there to make money. But with what's going on in the world right now, there's part of me, and because there's obviously this whole thing about an addiction to FIFA points, which is 100% true, right? People get
Hmm.
addicted to it. Um, I just think it's very, and this is, they definitely, well, I'm pretty sure they won't do it. It's just real bad taste if you do lightning rounds, I think. You've
Yeah,
got
it's
an
bad
economy
quality.
falling apart, like economies around the globe are getting, the global economy is falling out of bed,
Yep.
and EA, but no, that's what their company is there for. But in times like this, like this is like Football Manager giving it for free and things like that. It's more about coming together and helping each other out, and that's why I think EA should just be like, you know what? Let's get icon SBCs out. Let's give guys something to do. As you said last week, didn't you? You're like, they should just get everyone engaged. How do
Yeah.
you keep customers for FIFA? Keep them engaged in this time where we've never had this in our lives before.
Yep.
We've never had anything like this, and it really, I'd actually be really sad if I see lightning rounds for Fut Birthday, which I'm sure they will. But
Give everybody a free pack. Give an ultimate packet to everybody. Just to make yourself look good, if anything.
yeah,
Don't go down the route of doing promos and trying to get people to buy packs because are taking advantage of people that are staying at home and kids are at home now. They start
exactly.
at school or college. That's
Yeah.
not
Don't try
really
and
bad.
profit from more people being at home. I'd love it if they yeah, don't see it as oh, let's profit because there's more people at home. You'd love them if they saw it, you know what? This is a shit time. There's more people at home. Let's just give them a bit, make sure that, content to keep their mind off things and keep people sane. Well,
Yeah.
maybe if you're not playing weekend league, but yeah, but we'll see what happens. Um, we'll see what happens. I'll be interested, guys. If anyone's listening, and if you generally buy FIFA points, because obviously this is just me and DRYSIDE assuming that people won't be buying as much FIFA points, just with obviously with all the risk of people jobs and all these things a little bit tighter.
Mm.
It's just just our assumption. But if any of you want to let us know, even anonymously, but if you buy FIFA points, whether you buy them weekly, monthly, whatever, are you going to stop now, or does it not make any difference to you?
Mm.
Be really interested because
Yeah.
obviously the guys who do it for a job, like Bateson and Castro, they'll be doing it because that's their job, so they need the packs, which is fine. That's a business. But just for a lot of people who just would spend a lot of their disposable income, will that change just with worries of what may happen? So let us know on Twitter.
I love the way you say anonymously. Dry side. Dry side. Hi, I don't want to be named. This is an anonymous message. I buy FIFA points. You're asking everybody to set up a new account being called Anonymous123.
My name's mine. Well, no,
And admit.
you can send a DM. You can send a DM, right? I just mean you don't need to tweet it at us in public. Hi, my name's CHUFFSTERS, and I've spent £20,000 on FIFA points, but nobody knows. Should I tell everybody? Oh well, CHUFFSTERS, we should. Oh God, jeez. So yeah, we'll see what happens there, but let's hope. Well, to be fair, the mid-icon SBC is so damn expensive. I've got no hope that it's going to be a full-on lightning round rinse. Give us your money, isn't it? Reality.
Yep, it is.
That is
Honestly,
it.
it wouldn't surprise me, but I would love to see something else, but I'm just expecting it will be something like lightning rounds. But
Yeah,
we can always hope.
we can. Well, I think on that note, we are going to leave it there, guys. We're going to leave it there. And as I said, we're going to maybe change things a little bit just to give a bit more additional and also just have some fun, like just some fun games, a bit of fun to really kind of get all of our minds off all of the stuff that's going on. So,
Yep.
so stay tuned and, stay safe. Make sure
Stay
you keep
safe.
washing your hands and all that stuff.
Sing happy birthday.
Sing happy birthday.
When you wash your hands.
Oh yeah, the happy birthday. Yeah, yeah. I wondered
Nice.
what about. I was like, it's not your birthday. Are you that old that you've forgotten that you think it's your birthday still? Um,
2 weeks ago.
but no, and you'll hear from us. Yeah, you'll hear from us either in the week or next week. And until then, enjoy weekend league.
Peace.
Peace.